Can you beat Borderlands 2 while only using Torgue items? Episode number 4. And starting off from last time, as we have just barely defeated the bunker and quickly grabbing the Evil Smasher assault rifle, it's time to go and farm the Nukem from the Black Queen. And of course I have to go and grab the Good, the Bad and the Mordecai quest, because I desperately need to level up so I can actually use the Evil Smasher assault rifle. And also at the same time, if I get a high level Nukem, that will 100% help me out in the later stages of the game, especially with all the loaders that resist explosive damage. Now keep an eye out on the top left of the screen because you'll see how long it actually takes me to get the Nukem. Also, during the first 15 runs, I killed Gettle and Mobley every single time just to get myself to level 25 so I can finally use the Evil Smasher, but not once did they drop any of their legendaries, so you can kinda tell how all of this went in the end. Because the Black Queen not only drops the Nukem about 5 to 10% of the time, she doesn't even spawn every single time, and for me it seemed to be around 25 to 30%, so the odds are really not in my favour. And an hour and 10 minutes after I started farming for the Black Queen, I see the Black Queen for about the 8th time. And this is only in 31 runs, give or take a few, because I'm really just getting used to the counter thing that I've set up. But during this run, I see the Black Queen for the first time in about 5 runs, and when I kill her, she drops the beautiful Nukem. Oh! Yes! Oh, yes! Yes! Yeah, sorry, I couldn't yell or anything. It was 2 in the morning, so I had this weird ass reaction. But you have to realize, farming this thing is so boring and very irritating when the Black Queen doesn't even show up. But just look at this beauty of Torgue manufacturing. Literally shoots mini nukes. You might as well call it the Fat Man from Fallout. I see literally 0 differences in how the gun works, except the ammo. But enough admiring this beautiful piece of work, and now it's time to head to the Sawtooth Cauldron to take down Mortar. But of course you first got the ambush commanders that show up, and I did want to use my Evil Smasher assault rifle, even though I have just got the Nukem. It's basically just because I spent that time getting this gun, I want to actually use it. So I got the lucky reload, and now I have 800% damage increase, and I just start melting through absolutely everything, including the ambush commanders. But at the same time, because there are so many enemies in the area, I get killed every couple seconds. I don't think I've ever done this mission without actually getting down once. And after dying and respawning, I kill the final ambush commander. Then I head to the edge of Sawtooth Cauldron, destroying Mortar's favourite buzzard, and not looking at the explosion because I am indeed a badass. And as I head towards Mortar, I decide to introduce him to my new best friend, the Nukem. And I get him down to such a low level of health that my Deadly Bloom takes over and gets the kill for me. Then it takes me a whole 10 minutes just to kill the 5 buzzards at the top of the buzzard nest. And you might think, well, that's embarrassing, but it's a little bit harder than you would think, seeing as they're flying enemies and I have very slow moving projectiles with every single gun I have. And that's not even including for the first 5 minutes I had a constant stream of bandits attacking me, so this usually easy mission became quite annoying. But because it took me that long, I was embarrassed and I tried to kill myself. But it didn't work because there's no full damage in this game. Damn. Then we finally make it to the Arid Nexus Boneyard, and all I have to do while here is just open this pipe. I say hello to the pipe, and it's time to go explode this motherfucker. Then we have to go to 3 different Iridian pump stations and overload the pumps, and it explodes the pipe because of science somehow, I'm not sure. And 2 of the pumps were quite easy, but the one that's underground was a giant pain in the ass. I had to whip out the Nukem for this one. There's just so many Sergeant loaders, RPG loaders, Ion loaders. That's like the 3 worst types of loaders right there, just spawn camping me. But I spin the last circle thing, and it's time to head into the actual pipe. Then after a brisk walk through the pipe, I go out the exit of the Hyperion pipe and I enter the Arid Nexus Badlands. And a few minutes after entering, I am fighting Saturn and I realize that the Nukem does not do even close to enough damage. And a few minutes later, and after dying twice, I figure out a new better plan to kill this guy, and that will be the Evil Smasher assault rifle. Because now that I've got Saturn on the floor, he'll just keep running towards me at this building, but if I'm standing in the right spots, I'm practically not possible to kill from him at least. So the trick is just to constantly shoot one bullet, reload, one bullet, reload, one bullet, reload, until I get the gold reload. And as you can see now, it's gone from 9 ammo to 34, and now it's time for me just to load all of those bullets into Saturn. And obviously that won't do enough damage because he has such a high resistance, but if I just continuously do that while not getting hit from him, then I'll be pretty much fine. And there we go, Saturn is absolutely done for. And luckily for me, he dropped a Torgue shotgun called the 3-Way Hulk, and it looks quite good. So I'm gonna take it just in case I need it later. And then we meet our good friend the Constructor, and after it killed me twice, I just decide to nuke it until it surrenders, like it was Japan in 1945. And now that that's done, I grab the map to go to the warrior, and I head back to Sanctuary to turn the mission in. And after turning in the mission, I find myself a very good looking Torgue shield. I mean, well, it's kind of the best I'm gonna get, really. And the Deadly Bloom's capacity is way too low. I keep dying way too quickly. But now it's time to head to the Iridium Blight and take out a bunch of fucking robots. And it really turned out to be quite easy, seeing as, I mean, I can't exactly fail it. And there's no impossible bosses or anything, and it's just a bunch of regular enemies, sometimes a badass or two. And the Kablaster can take care of that, well, most of the time. And it only took me about 5 minutes overall to kill everything, so I'll call that a win, pretty much. Then the doors open, and I go up the stairs that Claptrap cannot, which is a big problem because Claptrap was supposed to carry me the entire way there. He's too strong. He would have killed everything otherwise, it would have made it too easy. But then I make it to the Hero's Pass. Then after 5 minutes in the Hero's Pass, Brick gets stuck and I have to restart. Thanks, you giant bag of meat and fists. Then we make it to the area with Brick this time, thank God. And basically all I'm hoping is that as soon as this shield door comes down, I can just run the rest of the way. I'll need my nukem out, killing everything that gets close to me, because if I don't get to the Vault of the Warrior before that damn badass Constructor spawns, it's gonna be a little bit of extra hell for me. Obviously, it wouldn't be if I had infinite RPG ammo, but I don't, and I have a very limited amount, so it's going to be a very close call. And now that I've died for the 3rd time, the door is open, and now it's just time to sprint the entire way there, just keep running, and it's just a straight run the entire way. I need to kill a few different robots, and when I get down, all I need to do is just kill whatever's nearest with the nukem, and then I eventually make it to the Vault of the Warrior. And now that I'm here, all I have to do is stock up on as much ammo as I can, but I'm looking pretty low when it comes to money, so I just sell whatever I don't need, and it's time to go and fight Handsome Jack, and hopefully he doesn't have insane resistances to explosive damage. And thankfully he does not. And for me, this is a double win because the incredible AoE of the nukem just hits him wherever he is. I just kind of have to hit it in the middle of the area, and I'll probably hit Handsome Jack. And all at the same time, I'm just taking out all of his little clones. So I feel like the nukem might actually be the perfect weapon for fighting Handsome Jack. And finally, with the last nukem shot, I kill Handsome Jack, and now it's time for the warrior. And all I need to hope for again is that he just doesn't have extreme explosive resistance. So I test it out by shooting a nukem shot straight at the warrior. And by the way, I hit him. You see that little bit of health that's been taken away from the warrior? That was a nukem shot. And now it turns out that I might be completely screwed. I've still only got a level 4 bonus package. I've got a crappy Nova Shield. I've got the nukem, the Kablaster, they both do nothing. I've still got a level 9 Unkempt Harold, and then this green shitty shotgun. But during this fight, I realized one small and very important thing for me. As I was trying all of the different guns on the warrior, I realized that the Unkempt Harold actually has a different bullet type or something, because it does more damage than the nukem or the Kablaster. Well, when you're considering overall DPS, but yeah, it is stronger than both of those weapons, so I'm going to try attack with that. And as I am struggling very badly later on in the fight, I whip out the good old green 3-Way Hulk and realize something very important, and that is that the 3-Way Hulk has the same bullet type as the Unkempt Harold and will do its actual damage against the warrior. and you can see a bunch of 900s, 1000s, 500s showing up. It's really random, I'm not sure how it works, but when I was using the Kablaster, all it would do per shot was 100, even though its actual damage is around 8 or 900. So somehow, in the end, a green 3-way Hulk that dropped from Saturn might actually be the thing that saves me in this run. And then just 7 minutes later, I get the warrior down to this very low health, but then he gets me down, and the Crystallic dodges my last RPG shot. I could have reloaded and shot another one in that time, but I got stressed out and I didn't know what to do, and that got me killed that close to killing the warrior. No! No! But then more than 10 minutes later, I get him back down to the same amount of health, but for some reason at this point when he's on his final area and he goes to the death spot, no Crystallic spawn. So if I get down here and I can't break one of his chest plates, I am done for. But I continue spamming him with the 3-way Hulk until he finally gets down to 0 health, and I have finally killed the warrior while only using Torgue items. And it may have only taken 10 hours and 5 minutes, but it felt like forever. Yeah! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, that sucked so much. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It really did suck though. It took so long. Just to kill the warrior, it took 2 tries, and in those 2 tries, that took 20 minutes. But then I called the moonshot down, and the moonshot's definitely made by Torgue, because big explosion equal Torgue. And then at the end, I finally killed Handsome Jack with my level 4 bonus package, which I haven't dropped since I got it from Boom Boom at the start of the game. But this will not be the last episode of this challenge series, because I will be going to the Torgue DLC next, because of course I have to. If you're doing a Torgue only run, you have to go and do the Torgue DLC, mate. And that will be the end of the video for now. And if you got any tips, especially for the Torgue DLC, because I know very little about that DLC, and if you got any weird, hard, or impossible challenge ideas, I will definitely appreciate them in the comments below. But thank you for watching, and I'll be starting the Torgue DLC very soon.